And considering all these weightlifting exercises, concentrating on only a few muscles and all, probably yoga was designed so that the blood flow is maintained uniformly to all parts of the body. And there are some yoga poses which are done on sitting posture, and some while lying down. Even in the lying down, some in prone position and some in supine position. So a yoga practitioner would be doing all these, multiple this one. So probably that would theoretically would pump the blood to all parts of the body, and without exerting much pressure on the heart. So those who are relatively weak and cannot tolerate the excessive gym, especially for them, and for general people who do not want to take up excessive exercises, yoga can be a healthier and better version of exercise that they can take.
See, you observe that there is a very clear-cut observation. Whenever a person who has developed a lot of like something like six-pack abdomen or chest or something like that, by pulling up the biceps or triceps, and in that people, those who make a bodybuilding as a profession, you observe there are a lot of hindrance in their flexibility. They cannot move every organ or every part of the body in a typical manner. Whereas a person who perform yoga, he can touch and do all sort of activities. He can give a movement for each and every part of the body. Every joint, every organ, every limb, he can move to all maximum levels. Whereas, I mean, probably in some social media, they would have seen some videos. One gym person has been placed some paper behind its scapula and trying to pick it, and it's unable to take it out because his hand is not reaching to that scapula area, whereas other lean person who can easily take it out. So this is very clear cut. Vyayama should give out a flexibility to the human being. If you are able to move all sorts of bodily part, then that flexibility should come with the Vyayama. It should not happens with body shaping or bodybuilding. By doing something, I mean, some particular muscle has been given some shape or made into a bulk and something like that. It may not be. It may be good to see, but as a beautiful, as a cosmetic value, but otherwise, that also hampers a lot of other natural functions which would have been done through the flexibility. So flexibility is more important than shaping up a body, a particular muscle, or hypering some areas of the body to shape it up in such manner.
Yeah, I mean, gym goers usually lack those flexibility. I too have seen that. A gym going person is like totally bulky, but he's not able to reach his back. Take out that. And there was also another thing that regular gym goers, they are very bulky and highly muscular. They are almost the models for they're up to that level of gymming that they have done. They were brought into the yoga studio and they were not able to simply touch their feet standing erect. So there's a funny video also there. Obviously, they lack flexibility. That's kind of a thing that with more exercise we should be able to do more things with that. But here it's just to show, but there is no real benefit. Apart from that, other people will be scared of a big body.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's something like that. What do you call Hathi ka dant dikhane ka? That's what we say in Hindi. The teeth, the ivory of the elephant is only for the purpose of to show off, but not to eat or use it for eating or chewing. So something like that. It can be for the purpose of show off. It can have a good shaped body, but when it comes to question of flexibility, it is very difficult for them, for those who have changed their body shapes and because of the increased bulkiness of this. So we need to give concentration on the improving the mobility and able to move all part of the body. See, once we goes on becoming aging, then the problem is we are unable to touch some part of the body, we are unable to move, we are unable to flex our legs, we are unable to sit properly or even bend properly. There is a hindrance. Why that? That is showing a decline in the age factor, and the body is not coping up with that. If you are having the flexibility by doing yoga, even at the very old age, you could be able to sit properly. You can do many other works just like any other person, one who is doing in 30s and 40s. So definitely, yoga and such type of Indianized culture and way of doing vyayama is more beneficial rather than building a shaping of a body with excessive some muscles and something like that. That may be a good look, but may not be functional in every way. Ultimately, that what we require is health of an individual. But if you observe, those who shape up their bodies, most of them die early. They don't live long.
Yeah, there's a famous, Western, his name is like Rich Piana. Even I was watching his videos, like he's totally bulky. His name is Rich Piana. We lost him. I mean, he died very early, like in his 40s or 50s, if I'm not wrong. But he was like totally muscular, and many people were looking up to him. So he was kind of ideal bodybuilder and whatnot. And coming to the interesting point that you mentioned, even the Puneet Rajkumar's late father, Dr. Rajkumar, he was doing all those yoga exercises even when he was like old. And this is like, the very fact that the same yoga postures that you were doing in your 20s and 30s, if you develop a practice, you can do it as long as you live. That itself is kind of a stamp of proof that yoga is the way to go.
Definitely, that's what I'm saying. That yoga gives you more flexibility. It makes it to reach to different part of the body. You can be able to touch different part of the body even at your old age. Whereas by going to gym, it may not be possible even at your younger age. So it is better. We need to concentrate on such type of activities which will protect or prolong our age and even improve our flexibility. And of course, it also improves our circulation. And that is what required. And I think that is the way of doing, and not the going and building a body particularly for the purpose of for modeling and all those things. It can also be done, but it should not be overdone. There is a limit for everything. One should not cross that limit.